Let's go to the question of the week here. It comes from Jan, and Jan lives in Kilkenny, Ireland. And she said, "Hi, Julie. I'm an American, but I live in Ireland where I met my partner, the love of my life, my heart, my home. If ever there was a definition of soulmates and kindred spirits, it was us. In November 2021, my love had what we thought was pneumonia, but he was young, strong, fit, and he ignored it. Said he felt fine and wanted nothing to do with doctors. I eventually got him seen, and several different doctors confirmed a pneumonia diagnosis. Unfortunately, they were all wrong. Turns out he had a very rare form of lung cancer. The doctors told me 80% of patients with this illness could be treated with molecular targeted chemo. Again, they were mistaken, and he died 10 days later. Can you tell me, when did his soul know he wasn't going to make it, and when did he consciously know, and how did I miss it? He asked me if I thought he had cancer, and I said no. But you do have a very serious life-threatening illness. I didn't tell him when the test results came back because I was scared. I didn't know what to do, and I wanted us to hope. Is he angry at me, and will he ever forgive me for not telling him? Thanks, Jan." Here's my response. "Hi, Jan. I'm so sorry to hear about your soulmate and extend my sincere condolences. Please know we all, that is our spirits, decide when, where, how, and with whom we die. Ask any hospice or end-of-life medical provider or caregiver, and they'll have countless stories about a loved one or patient waiting until someone arrives or leaves before taking their last breath. To get some answers to your questions, I first energetically connected to you, and from you to your honey's spirit. Here's what he told me telepathically. He said, consciously, he knew about a week before he passed that he was dying. He said his soul knew before his first symptoms appeared, and he said you weren't supposed to know because he needed and wanted you right there with him. It was so sweet, you guys, when he said that. He just says, no, I just needed her right there with me. I went on to say, as for him forgiving you, he said there wasn't anything to forgive. He said until the end, you were the best partner he could have ever imagined. He also wants you to know he's always around you and suggests you keep a bouquet of yellow flowers to remind you of him. He showed me a vase of yellow daffodils in the spring, yellow iris and lilies in the summer, and yellow roses and silk flowers in the winter. So he was showing me each season and what kind of flowers to put in them, as long as they were yellow. He was so specific about yellow flowers that I researched their symbolism. Among other things, yellow flowers are used to honor loved ones after they've passed. Thought that was spot on. Although your love's passing won't ever make sense to you, I hope this information helps you heal. Please consider reading my Angelic Attendants, What Really Happens as We Transition from This Life into the Next Book. I believe it will comfort you. So I got an email. We released that yesterday. I got an email from Jan yesterday afternoon after she'd read that. And she said that as far as the daffodils went, that in Ireland, daffodils mean you're thinking of a deceased loved one. I thought, all right, you can't make that stuff up. He asked her to put daffodils in a vase and that it would remind her of him. And I guess in Ireland, that's the flower that does that. So I thought that was really terrific. So Jan, sending you a big hug too. And thanks for sending us your question.